Hi everybody, welcome to Richard in the Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be showing you how I make smothered pork chops, and we'll be serving up with some mashed taters and some corn on the cob. It's real easy to do, it's real tasty. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is I'm going to heat my skillet. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil in there. And while that's heating up, let's get on with the flour and the seasoning. I've got here some all-purpose flour. I got some rube sage, some onion powder, garlic powder, and some granulated thyme, and some ground black pepper. And we're just going to fold all these flavors together, these seasonings, and we'll dip our pork chop in there before we put it in our pan. I'll tell you what, this really is a great dish. I love that smothered pork chop, that brown gravy, the onions and mushrooms in it. Okay. And what I got, it's got me a bone-in pork chop here. I have washed and patted dry, and we're just going to set that down in the flour, season it pretty good with some salt and some pepper. And we're going to take our chop. I think our skillet is just about ready. And we're going to cook this in the skillet for about 3 or 4 minutes each side. Now I'm going to put this pork chop in there with the seasoning side down. That way I can season the other side with some salt and pepper. And like I said, we'll give that 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then we'll set that aside and start making our gravy. After 3 or 4 minutes each side, that's what you want your pork chop to look like. We'll set that aside, reduce our heat to medium, and we'll start on our sauce. This brown stuff in this skillet, we want that to stay. Go ahead and add our chopped onion and our sliced mushrooms, and we'll give that a mix until they brown. Couple minutes is all it takes for that to do. And once your onions and mushrooms are brown, go ahead and add your garlic. I always wait to add my garlic to the last because it'll burn. This only takes 30 seconds to about a minute, and you can smell the garlic. When that becomes fragrant, that's when you know you're in business. Alright, now we want to salt and pepper our mushrooms and our onions and our garlic. Just a little bit, give that a little mix, and we'll give this about 30 seconds, and then we'll start adding the rest of our ingredients. Alright, go ahead and scrape all that brown stuff off the bottom of that skillet from that pork chop. And we'll add our chicken stock, stir that in, and we'll just stir this for a couple of minutes, and then we'll start adding some flour. A little bit at a time, stir that in. That'll start to thicken up this gravy a little bit. God, that smells so good. I'm only going to use a couple of tablespoons of this. I don't know, you just have to kind of eyeball it and see the consistency as it goes along. And we'll cream it up with a little bit of heavy cream. And I didn't have any heavy cream, so what you can do there is you can melt some butter, add that to some whole milk, and voila, you've got some heavy cream. So alright, let's give this a couple of minutes to thicken up a little bit, and we'll start adding our cream, guys. Okay, once that starts to bubble, reduce your heat, and just start adding your cream in. Man, that smells so good. Just a little at a time. Look at that. Boy, that color smells so good. Those onions and mushrooms. And we'll fold all these in here. We'll give this a couple of minutes. Just stir it pretty good. I'm going to switch to a whisk. And we'll just give this a couple more minutes. And once your gravy has become thickened, what we want to do is throw the pork chop in the gravy and just kind of spoon some of this gravy over our chop. Cook this for about 2 more minutes and we'll serve this up. Alright guys, here it is. Man, I tell you what, that's smothered pork chop, bone in. Corn on the cob, some mashed taters. Real tasty. Oh. I might just have to pick this up by the bone and eat it like a caveman. It's the only way to eat a pork chop anyway, isn't it? Anyway, give this a try, guys. Till next time, be nice to everybody. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.